Hello, welcome to the Cold Hard Facts on Sex Habits. I'm Jenny Kay, and today we have part 3 of the Premature Ejaculation series, and this is the video that you've been waiting for. I'm going to outline my signature proven plan for sustaining performance, and you will love it. I have really been looking forward to sharing this. And I have worked with people from all over the world for many, many years. And I have received so many comments and so many people just telling me that this has changed their life. So I'm looking forward to sharing it with you and helping you in your journey. And if you learned something today, then please share it with someone else. That's the way you can thank me, is by sharing it so we can all help each other in this world. Humans are designed to survive and reproduce. Basically, breathe and come. And I have been seeing people for over 35 years who have kind of gone against that grain. They go for long periods of time without taking care of their basic needs. And I've seen men that have come into my office and they tell me they only release once or twice a month. Some men once a month. Some men 3 to 4 times a year. And that's not what the body is designed to do. So what happens is, a lot of times, if the body isn't getting what it needs, then when you go to give it what it needs, it's going to hurry up to get that pleasure because it doesn't know when it's going to get it again. So if you haven't released, let's say in a week's period of time, and your body's designed to come 6 to 7 times a week, I know that Dr. Oz does shows and teaching people that men need to come every day. And the Urology Association will talk about the fact that men need to come, minimum 3-4 times a week, preferably 6 times a week. So when you take someone that hasn't released in a week or 2 weeks, and they start giving their body pleasure, their body's going, hey, let's hurry up. Let's make it happen as fast as possible because we don't know when he's going to give us pleasure again. So, boom, there's no control. And that's when you get into the premature ejaculation. Through research and trial and error and volunteers who took home my plan and worked it, for the 30-day period that I had them doing it, helped me to see that 95% of the men that had issues with premature ejaculation were basically just in a situation where they had trained their bodies not to release as often as they needed to, so that when they did release, they had no control. The cold hard fact is the habit of you not taking care of your body and allowing your body to do what it was designed to do has to be let go. You have to retrain your body. You have to allow your body to do what it was designed to do. Otherwise, if you hold back and you wait and you maybe only give it pleasure once or twice a month, you're always going to be in a situation where you don't have control. But you can regain your control if you work with me. You can regain your control. It can take 30 days or less. For some people, it may take 60 days, but 85% of the people that I've dealt with can retrain their body in a period of 30 days or less, and another 10% of people I've worked with can do it in 60 days. That's pretty good, and it's not that difficult. and the confidence that you will feel once you get to that point where you can control yourself. And true, the definition of premature ejaculation is not being able to control yourself within that first minute of penetration. So if in the first minute of penetration you totally lose control, that is considered premature ejaculation. But you can learn to control that so that you can have that sustained 4 to 5 minutes of strength and not be worried about whether everything's going to happen too soon, and not be worried about whether you're going to please your lady. You're going to be in a position where you have control because you have trained your body to do what it's designed to do. Here is my signature plan. Now, I've worked over 35 years working with thousands of people coming from all parts of the world, and you are not going to want to miss this. Get a pen and a piece of paper because I want you to write this down, and I want to make sure you clearly understand that you giving yourself a release or having help getting a release doesn't matter to the body. The body doesn't care whether you're giving it the pleasure or you're having help. So when I talk about a release, I'm talking about basically an ejaculation. However it happens, with whomever, it's just an ejaculation. And it's what the body is designed to do. So let's get started. Okay, with your pen and paper, I want you to write down 4 weeks. The first week, you're going to release the first day, the third day, the 5th day, and the 7th day. The second week, you're going to release days 1 and 2, off the 3rd day, release day 4 and 5, off the 6th day, and release the 7th day. On the 3rd week, you're going to release the 1st and 2nd day, skip the 3rd day, and then the 4th, 5th, and 6th day, and skip the 7th. On the 4th week, or the last week, you're going to release the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, you're off the 5th, and you release the 6th and 7th. Now, by the 3rd or 4th week, most people find that it takes a little bit longer each and every time for them to release. And they're enjoying feeling the strength longer. They're enjoying having that control. And that's a good thing. Now, remember, premature ejaculation is the inability to control yourself more than a minute. So if within that first minute you're losing control, that's considered premature ejaculation. As you go through week 1, week 2, you'll start noticing changes. Week 3, and then definitely by week 4, you'll notice it takes a little longer each and every time to release, which is a good thing. You're retraining your body. Okay? Now, if in those 4 weeks there's a day that's supposed to be an off day, and for whatever reason you want it to be an on day, go for it. Extra doesn't hurt. If you're going to throw an extra release in there, that's not a problem. But you want to make sure that you get the releases in that are scheduled, like the first week, 1st day, 3rd day, 5th day. And if after the first 30 days you decide you want to sustain for a longer period of time, you haven't gotten up to the 4 to 5 minute range, and 85% of men find that the 30 days is all they need. That extra 10% find that that second month makes all the difference in the world. So in the event that you want to sustain for a longer period of time, go ahead and start the month over. But instead of just having one release on the first day, make the days that you're supposed to have the releases, make it twice. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon or evening. And you're going to find, if you're going to double up on those releases, you're going to find that it's going to get easier and easier and easier to maintain for a much longer period of time. The body's going to be trained that it doesn't need to instantly and quickly release because you haven't released in 3 weeks and it's been ready. Okay? Now, another thing is you want to have control. You want to be able to maintain your control. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to throw yourself into what we call golden hand syndrome. And if you aren't aware of golden hand syndrome, my first video series, it's a 5-part series, is on golden hand syndrome. And that is the inability to release with, or to have difficulty to release with, anyone other than yourself. So if you're in a situation where you're taking care of yourself 80 to 90% of the time and you don't have help, then you don't want to be in a situation where you're giving yourself so much pleasure, training your body just to come with your golden hand. And yes, you may be sustaining that erection for a longer period of time, but you don't want to be in a situation where you are the only one that can make it happen. So you definitely want to look at that 5-part series. It's Golden Hand Syndrome. And you want a nice balance. You need a balance. And it's easy to do. It's not difficult to do the balance. But that's what you're going to need. I also want to mention that if you get off your schedule, let's say halfway through your 30 days, you get off your schedule, just start with week 1 again and get back on schedule. I want to thank you for joining me today, and thank you for allowing me to share my signature plan on how to eliminate premature ejaculation. If there's anything that you learned today from this video, I would love it if you would thank me by sharing it with someone that you care about. That would mean the most to me if you shared it, because we want to help each other. We have to help each other. And I so appreciate you doing that. I also want to let you know that if you haven't already, you want to hit subscribe, because you won't want to miss my next video. I'll be talking about the prostate gland. And that'll be a wonderful series. You won't want to miss it. And in the meantime, just understand that this plan for eliminating your premature ejaculation is one that will take a little bit of effort, but I will tell you that I have had thousands of people over 35 years tell me that it was the biggest game changer that they'd ever had. So I just want to say it does pay off. If you put the time in and the energy in, it will pay off, and you will not regret putting the time in. So thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you with my next video. Have a great day, and blessings to you. Bye-bye.